there is a huge gap between the government and the people, right? So I have also seen a lot of gap between the government and the people, because there are a number of good policies that government comes with, but there is no good implementation that can reach to the people which the policy made for. So how can the government or the policymakers eradicate this gap between the people and the government?
You should fix the responsibility. See, the people, most of the officers and the people and the public representatives feel that I should get my salary, how I am comfortable with my job, and how I am enjoying my job. This is the way in which the rulers are ruling this country, or the officers are working in the offices. Instead of that, I said a small example. On each Monday, Prajavani is conducted and 150 applications were given to a collector. He should be made responsible after 1 month or after 4 Sundays. He should not stop one Prajavani Monday, and on the day he should dispose all the applications. In June he got 600 applications. July he got 500 applications. So like that every day he is collecting the applications, but there is no, from back end what is happening, nothing is there. So responsibility should be fixed upon him. If one application comes to an officer, it should be disposed of within 24 hours. It should be disposed of within 1 week or 7 working days. There is no such system. No collector is answerable. Sir, I have given you an application in the month of June. What is the status of my application? No responsibility. That is the reason why I said that it should be given transparency. Whenever you give a complaint or an application, it should be uploaded in the complaint, in the computer, and a number should be given, your complaint number, and it should be, every week it should be evaluated by the collector. Then only it will happen. So the responsibility of the officer or a political leader also. I promised certain things and I have been elected by the people of Medak for 5 years. Let us suppose I promised that I will bring metro up to Sangareddy. So if I fail to bring metro up to Sangareddy in my 5 years of tenure, then the public should have that manifesto copy in his hand, and whenever I will go to the Sangareddy and I will put a meeting in Chaurasta, the people should be given an opportunity that, sir, this is the promise you have done, you have not done it. So then I should be in a position to answer that particular question. So like that, the responsibility is to be fixed, and it has to be evaluated either quarterly. I think all of you have passed the school examinations. Every 3 months one evaluation, quarterly, half yearly, pre-final, final. So this evaluation is being lacking for the political leaders and as well as for the bureaucrats. And this responsibility should be fixed in the policy making issues.
Sir, on the name of job doesn't it look like on the division of the state has become a landlocked state, like a place of having seaports helps industrialization and all. Also, if it's a matter of employment, doesn't Telangana Public Service Commission should have a mandatory paper in Telugu? Like in Group 1 service, there is a language paper that's also in English. Not in Group 2, not in Group 3, not in Group 4, not in graduate service, not in productive lecturer service. If it's a measure of employment, there should be a language paper in a policy.
So it is not just because of only employment. There are so many issues as far as the statehood of the Telangana is concerned. Let us suppose the area where you are staying is called Rudraram. Before coming to Rudraram, you will cross an area called Patancheru. Patancheru is one of the biggest industrial area of the Asian continent. One of the biggest industrial area of the Asian continent. I think you might have enjoyed the flavors of Arabindo and hetero drugs and all the smells you might have enjoyed very goodly by the industrialization of this area. While after crossing Patancheru, you might have seen one natural resource of water called Nakavagu. Earlier, I think most of us are now using water bottles and other things to have the water, but in the olden days, the people used to go that Vagu, we will call in Telugu, it is Vagu, or the river it is. So there they used to separate the sand like this and they used to get the water. So Nakavagu is a drinking water river it was. It is Godavari's Upanadi it was. So after industrialization, so many industries came, there was no employment, cream was taken by them. What they have done, they have given all the polluted water into the Nakavagu. So I think Justice Jeevan Reddy was the Supreme Court judge who said that this river of Nakavagu is dead and the people and the animals of this area are not allowed to take the water from the Nakavagu. So there are 100 reasons. I said to understand one small example of employment, not only employment, but 100 reasons are there for the statehood. So sea is not the fundamental issue of the states. There are so many states where there is no seashore, there are no ports, but the states are being developed. So the issue of Telangana would be something different. The Telangana was a state earlier also. Andhra Pradesh was not a state. Andhra Pradesh was with Madras state. So there they separated from Madras just for the court only, High Court sake only. Your Verma sir will tell you the facts. So Madras was the original state, not the Tamil Nadu. Madras was the state where Andhra Pradesh used to be with Madras state. So one court attender post, as you asked, I am telling, one court attender post was not given to a Telugu speaking person in Madras High Court. The movement of Andhra, separate Andhra has been started, and Andhra was separated from Madras. Andhra Pradesh was a separate state, Telangana was a separate state. Due to the understanding between the political leaders, again these two Telugu speaking states were united, and it was a big history. Not only court employment, there were 100 issues were there. If you go through the Vande Mataram, I used to stay in Patanjali till 2017 I was here only, and 18 I shifted to Gachibowli. So in your school days you might have also gone through Vande Mataram in different languages of your own language also. In Vande Mataram there are 2-3 lines are there. I'll always tell the people, because you are the protectors of the future. So ecological imbalance is going on in this country mostly. You might have seen Wayanad, you might have seen Uttarakhand, you might have seen Kedarinath. So why all those things happened? Just because of the ecological imbalance. What to construct, what not to construct, where to construct, and how to protect the environment. This is the big issue in front of the policymakers also. So the issue is, in Vande Mataram there are 3 lines are there. Sujalam, Supalam, Malayaja Sitalam. In our young age, when we were below 10 or 10, 12, 13, we used to sit on the veranda in front of the house, and we used to sleep on the verandas also without any fan or AC. Now can you sleep? Can anybody in Rudraram can sleep on the veranda in front of the house? In the 11, 12 in the midnight you will get the bad smell from the industries. So there is no Malayaja Sitalam it is called. It means the small waves that which are coming in a peace way are not there now. Sujalam, water I am saying. The drinking water, if you go anywhere, you will have to purchase a water bottle and drink. Otherwise, you cannot get the natural water resources. Sujalam, Supalam, Malayaja Sitalam. If you eat the food which is being cultivated in and around Patancheru, it is all polluted food. Now the most of the food is something different. So not only Telangana movement is something different. As I came from the movement, I can give you the 100 lectures on it. One topic is something different. It is not for the employment sake. Employment is one of the reason. As Andhra was also separated from Madras, the Telangana also wanted to separate from that one. No judge was from Telangana. After 50 years of Andhra Pradesh formation also, one advocate general post was not given to a Telangana person, just because we are not capable. How can you say that the Telangana persons are not capable? In the High Court of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, 1 lakh advocates are there from Telangana. But no one, in 50 years, no Andhra Chief Minister has given an opportunity for one advocate general. So why this partiality? There are 100 reasons for the separate statehood of Telangana.
Before I start asking my question, I would only request and inform my peers that I would be taking the liberty to ask in my mother tongue. But I'd be more than happy to translate it also. But I don't think that will be necessary because I'll be doing a mix of both Telugu and English. Namaste Ragana, Jai Telangana. ప్రధానంగా నాకు 2 ప్రశ్నలు ఉన్నాయి. I have 2 questions. And I won't take too much time, Shivani. But the first question is, I followed your political journey. మీ రాజకీయ నేపథ్యం కూడా మీరు 27th April 2001 ఎప్పుడైతే రోడ్ ఎక్కినారో తెలంగాణ అజిటేషన్ కోసం అప్పటి నుండి చూస్తూ ఉన్నాము. My first question would be, you went through so much ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster ride for you as a politician. How did you build the resilience? And that being said, did the ups and downs affect your personal life, and how did you deal with it? That is my first question. And second question, చాలా బాధతో చెప్తున్నాను. Telangana has been experiencing historical shortcoming and lacunas. There's a lot of things. Historical injustice అయితే వచ్చింది మన రాష్ట్రానికి. Whether that's the agitation or whether that's from 1948, the thirst for identity and the lack of నాయకత్వం లేనితనం. అంటే అన్న బీఆర్ఎస్ వచ్చినప్పుడు, అంటే ఎక్స్ప్లిసిట్గా చెప్తున్నా, మేము ఏమనుకున్నామంటే ప్రతి తెలంగాణ బిడ్డ ఏమనుకున్నామంటే తెలంగాణ వచ్చేసింది, తెలంగాణ బోనం ఎత్తిన టైం మంచి బోనాలు కట్టుకోరు అనుకున్నాం. కానీ అట్లా కాలేదు. Because we've seen that people that were part of the agitation, likes of you, were not given place in the cabinet, or for that matter, proper institutionalized governance. And people that were actually, for instance, I won't name the politicians, but there were people, తెలంగాణ బిడ్డలను కొట్టించినట్టు కూడా స్థాయించిన సందర్భాలు.
I got your point.
Yeah. So my question, sir, that ఈ ఆవేదనతోటి from the past 6 months, I dedicate this document to my alma mater, Kautilya School of Public Policy. I've prepared something called the Chanakya Niti, and this is a 3-page, 3-section divided strategy based on Chanakya's Artha Shastra. And I'm going to be very explicit with this. I totally believe in the ideology of your party. I totally believe in you as a leader. And Meeru, Vakil Sahab Swecha iste, I would definitely be happy to share the strategy with you, sir.
Thank you, Gary. Once you enter into the politics, you don't have any public life. The way you start your life as a political leader, or if you want to become a political leader, there is nothing personal. If you eat, if you drink, if you go to bar, if you go to cinema, if you have been seen in some school or college, or if you have seen with somebody on the road, everything counts. You cannot say this is my personal life. There won't be any personal life for the public leaders. Once you want to take politics as your profession, there is nothing personal. The way in which you behave in your home or in public or wherever it is, everything is accountable. You cannot escape that this is my personal life. I can go to pub and I want to wear the torn jeans and I can enjoy the evening. No, it is not possible. Because you being a leader, you cannot do it. Because always the people will think that leader should be something different and he should be a role model for us. And an MLA goes to pub on a bike, and if he jumps the traffic signal, how it will be? So there is nothing personal for any political leader. Once you want to become a political leader, you are answerable for everything. So there is no personal life. If you want to be a political leader, you have to sacrifice everything. So Mr. Gary asked it, and he said that I entered into politics on 27th of April 2001. It is the day of TRS started in the state of Telangana, and at the time it was Andhra Pradesh. Yes. Earlier to that, I was a good professional practitioner of advocacy, and I used to mint the money like anything. I don't have time to at least eat at least properly. That was my practice. Roaring practice I used to have. A number of good cases I used to practice. I have 2 pockets here, 2 pockets for my point and 2 pockets for my court. All pockets used to be full with money while I return from court to residence. I don't find time to calculate or count the money also. I used to go home and I'll put all the money like that and remove the blazer and put it there, and I'll ask my wife to count all this money and keep it inside. And I used to go into office and used to sit. That was my peaceful life. But at the time also I don't have any time to spend with family and other things. So if you want to be professional, most of the time you don't have family life. So as we said, ups and downs, because I don't have my mother or father, somebody who is an MLA or MP. So everything I started. In olden days, if you see the villagers how they will start cooking. First they will pick 3 stones. They'll put the 3 stones. Now you are seeing gas stoves and cylinders, but in our earlier days we don't have anything. We used to pick the 3 stones, keep them as one place, and put some small sticks from the fields and put them as a fire, and put some vessel on that fire, and bring water, bring rice, everything you should not cook and prepare. That was my situation. So from forest I started my career, because there is zero, no one is there to guide me. So from there I started. So quite naturally ups and downs will be there. She is the daughter of the chief minister. How she will allow me to become an MLA in her era? It is not possible. So always ups and downs will be there. So but one thing I will say, I used to go through so many poets of Telugu. There is one poet by name Sri Sri. You can convert it through your artificial intelligence, and you can go through the articles and poetry of the Sri Sri also. He used to say one thing, which I always like and always motivate the people like you. If you enter into the politics, more practically it is applicable for the lives of the people. So what he says in Telugu, first I will say in Telugu, and later I think most of you will understand, otherwise I will try to translate in a proper way. పోతే పోని సతులు సుతులు వస్తే రాని కష్టాలు నష్టాలు. So if you have started your career as a political leader, you may lose your wife, you may lose your son, you may lose everything, but you should, in such a manner you should fight your battle. If you are alone, alive, you can win the game. పోతే పోని సతి, సతి means wife, సుతుడు, son, wife పోయింది, son పోయినాడు, everybody you lost in the battle, but don't turn back. You should be confident that I will win this game and I have to win the game. Then only you will win the game. Why etla? How it is possible? I'm very small. He's looking 6 feet. He's 150 kgs. How Tyson feels? If Tyson feels before going into the ring, the gentleman against Tyson is 150 kgs and he's 7 feet, and Tyson is 5 feet 9 inches. How can I fight with this person who is 7 feet? That should not be your intention. Whenever I'll go for any fight, I'll feel that I'm superior. I can fight with all these guys. This is my motive. So I'll tell one example for you. So 5,000 students of Geetam went and they sat on the national highway. For one reason, you are doing some dharna or protest on the national highway. So do you feel 5,000 police will come and pick you all? So at max 2, 3, 4, 5 jeeps will come. Each police will have maximum 5 to 10 police will be there. Just they start getting down from the jeep, they start shouting, Maro Salonko and Jepi, they will start putting lati. So by seeing the police jeeps, out of the 5,000, 1,000 will start escaping out from the dharna. So once police came nearby your protest, another 1,000 will move up. How many will be left till last? Only 50 will be there. How many police are there in 5 jeeps? Almost 25 to 30 police will be there. If your leader is picked up from the dharna, can anybody will be there? Anyone will be there if your leader or union president is picked up from the road. Can anyone will be there? No one will be there. So the man who will fight till his last breath, then only he will succeed. So what Sri Sri says is, whether you lose your wife, sons, you lose your wealth, health, anything, if you are alive and if you are confident that I can win the battle, you can win the battle. This is what happened on May 13th, 2024. So I contested on behalf of Bharatiya Janata Party. Your principal said not to take politics, but I am also not bringing the politics. A person who contested against me spent 250 crores against me. How much? 250 crores that gentleman spent. He has paid 1,000 rupees for 10 lakhs of the voters out of 1850 voters, 18 lakhs 50,000 voters. But I got success. Because the people of this district and the movement where I participated in this district, our people will believe. If Raganna is there, we will get success. If the other side 1,000 are there, if my side only 20 people are there, I will win the game. Because I have the confidence. I have the self-confidence. That is very important for any profession. So as Gary asked how you succeeded with n number of the politics and n number of ups and downs. I fought against Mr. KCR, who was the Chief Minister of the state. My voice is the first voice which raised against Mr. KCR. I am the only one. As KCR always says that I am the one who raised my voice against Andhra rulers. I am the one who raised my voice against the KCR. So people will think that मैं अकेला जाके क्या कुछ कर सकते? बराबर कर सकते. When you start war, you might be alone, but after traveling from some certain distance, definitely people will join you. And if you are alone also, don't feel bad that I cannot win the game. You should feel that I can only succeed. I can only win this game. This should be the one line. And lastly, I'll say what Napoleon has written is, impossible is a word found in the dictionary for fools only. If you feel that you are a fool, nothing will be possible for you. If you feel that you are a wise or good at heart, then definitely you will win the game. So in politics, I say there is a film actor in South India called Chiranjeevi. That's a big Chiranjeevi. Most of you might be heard about the Chiranjeevi. So Chiranjeevi is a good film actor. If he comes to the Geetam gate, 2 kilometers traffic jam will be there. The persons who are traveling on the national highway will stop there. They will try to take an autograph or photograph or something with Chiranjeevi. That is that much he is familiar in the southern region, any state of the south. But he contested as an MLA from his native village. I think his native constituency was Palakollu. A small assembly constituency of 2,50,000 votes. This is a fact I am telling you. You can go through the Google because your mother of everything is Google, right? You can search in Google. Mr. Chiranjeevi is the Telugu film actor who is very familiar in South. Wherever he stops his car, 2 kilometers will be traffic jam for that gentleman to have a photograph, signature or anything. He went to his native village, he spent money like water and he tried to contest and he contested. There a person, every political party was afraid and every person was afraid of contesting against Chiranjeevi. So at the time, the ruling Congress party, what they did is, they have given it to a household wife. Anyhow, we are going to lose the election, why to make? So there should not be any blame that a lady should be given a ticket. They have given it to a lady. You see the result. Finally, the result day came. Chiranjeevi lost his elections. Mr. Ushasri, I think she is. Sorry, Srimati Ushasri, I think she got elected from Palakkad. So if she was not confident that I will not win the game, she will never win the game. A person in Kamareddy, last elections, 2018 December elections, an ordinary person contested against KCR and Revant Reddy also, ex-CM and present CM. He was a simple man, he got elected. So, how can I contest against KCR? How can I contest against Narendra Modi? How can I contest against Vajpayee? How can I contest against Indira? If this is your feeling, you will never contest. You have seen yesterday's result of